Here's a photograph I took of Sutton Park. Now this one, to get it all in, I did it in panoramic mode on the camera. So normally, in your normal sort of 4x3, you'll probably only get sort of this amount of the picture in, this sort of size, whereas these new cameras now, the way you can sweep around, previously you'd have to have done sketches and stuff to get it all in, but like I say, now with the panoramic mode, you can get the whole scene in one go. Got all my usual kit waiting. These are my watercolour paints, Cotman watercolours. They are ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. Got me main brush here, which is the large Ron Ranson Hake. Clean water, nice water jar with a lip on, so I can just take a lot of the excess water off just like that. And then got 15x11 watercolour paper. You'll see a full list in the video description box. So one quick look at the photo again before I start, and let's get cracking. So starting with a big 8 brush, not too much water, just a little bit, just to give it a bit of lubrication. It'll stretch the paper slightly as well, although it is £140 this paper, so it doesn't really need stretching too much. And I'm just going to go into a bit of raw sienna, just for some background colour. I'm going to clean the brush, take off some of the excess on the water jar, a bit more on the tea towel. I'm going to go into ultramarine, and I can only just see a little bit of sky across the top. And there's a bit of water down there, so pop that in as well. That comes down there like that. I mean, without cleaning the brush, I'm going to go into those same 2 colours, raw sienna, ultramarine, and put in the most distant trees. Now, horizon line's quite high, so these are the furthest ones you can see. I'm doing in the same colour as the sky, without push them back even further. And then what I'll do is add a bit of lemon yellow and do some closer ones. Often try and start tall at one end and sort of get smaller and then bigger again on the ends. It just seems to look better. You'll just have to experiment to see which works best for you. Now a lot of this right hand side is covered by this foreground tree I can see in a photograph, so I'm going to bother too much with that side. Right, next I'm going to add, I'll just clear the brush slightly, go into lemon yellow, and just pop a few lighter coloured trees there at the front. Now I'll tell you what I did forget to do. Let's pull down the reflections. Right, before I do anything else, while the paper's still a little bit wet, I'm going to make that colour up again, raw sienna, ultramarine, exactly the same colour we had before. And then paint there like that. Pull down some reflections. That's as far as I need to go. I'm going to clean the brush again. Back into our lemon yellow. getting these reflections while I'm popping them in above. And what I might do is go with a bit of burnt umber. Pop in, say, like a little. Can't see much of a muddy bank in the photograph, but it just acts as a nice dividing line between land and water. That's all I need to do for that. Paper has come away, it's stretched a little bit, so I'm just going to pull it flat against this board and refix it with these clips. And what I might do, if that's still wet, I just suggest the odd tree trunk, not forgetting to put the reflections in below. Back to the lemon yellow, bit of ultramarine, lemon yellow, bit of raw sienna, and then we've got, just do that a little bit dark so it stands out a bit better. These are like the sort of reeds in the water's edge. Bit of mud around there as well. In the brush, I want to get back to a greeny colour. Raw sienna, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, ultramarine. All these variations. Clean the brush again, back to a lighter yellow, bit of raw sienna, ultramarine, lemon yellow, goes right up. Bit of ultramarine, change the green slightly. Down there as well, like a little pool area there where the water comes in. Lemon yellow, just sweep this down there. What I want to do, put these foreground trees in. So I want a dark colour, so I'm not going to bother cleaning it. So I'm going to go for a dark colour anyway. So I'm just going to go burnt umber, ultramarine. First, I just want to make sure it's dry. Chisel edge on the height brush So there's enough water in there to hold the hairs together. I'll go into these colours. You can see that's a nice sharp edge. And then I'm going to put these, sort of start about here, and I'm just going to put these tree trunks in. Put a few more in with the little brush. Just wiggle that about a bit. Just make a massive twigs and all sorts of things going on. And then complete the effect. I'm squeezing all the water out of the height brush. Get it as dry as I can, and I'm going to go into these colours: raw sienna, ultramarine, lemon yellow. And rather than painting every leaf one by one, just sort of bash them in like this. Light at first, and then I'll be a little bit darker by going into the Payne's grey, lemon yellow, and then the Payne's grey as well. Some dark. Let's just see what. Lots of reeds and stuff there. Just trying to put those in lightly. A few little muddy bits. Few little plants and twigs and stuff coming out of the water. Using a little brush, just flicking up a bit, just bits of grasses and whatnot, just all over the place. And when there's not much paint on, I can just go like, because I know not much is going to come off anyway. Just looking for some just random effects really. You know, there's nothing too deliberate. Just clean that brush. Just go for a few more lighter colours on the tree. Bit of raw sienna, lemon yellow. It's just lemon yellow, just put it straight over the top. Just trying to get a nice texture going. And what we need are some shadows. So before I put them in, just make sure it's dry. And like most of the times when I'm out taking photographs, it's very dull day, so there's no light, there's no shadow, so I'm going to have to make them up. So what I'm going to do is take a bit of light red, a bit of ultramarine, make a sort of, maybe a touch of burnt umber as well. A nice sort of shadowy colour. I'm just going to get enough on the brush so I can do it all in one go. I'm going to keep reloading the brush. Shadow. So I'm going to pretend the light's coming this way because then I can do like shadows off this tree. So if we just sort of I don't know if that's made it better or worse, to be honest with you. What will make it better, I think, is a little bird. Little bird just flying up over there somewhere, and then finally I'm going to stick my name down here and call this one done. Right, let's see what it looks like with the mount on. This is our painting with the mount on. To be honest, I don't think I like it, if I'm honest with you. Let's compare it to the photograph. I think I'd have liked it more if I had a piece of paper that was those dimensions, or the same ratio. Because I've used 15 by 11, like sort of 4 by 3, rather than a panoramic view. I've sort of had to squash it all up to get it in the scene. I prefer this composition here, like this one. Also, I should have done this thinner. The brown mud bank on the far side, it's too thick. For me, it doesn't work. But looking at the rest of the painting, very simple sky, bit of raw sienna, and then a bit of ultramarine, just so you can see the sky between the clouds there. Sky colour reflected down into the water area. Put the distant trees on the same colours as the sky, raw sienna, ultramarine, and then reflected them down at the same time. You can see a few scrapes with the fingernail here and there, just to suggest a few tree trunks, not forgetting to put in the reflections as well underneath. These trees here on the foreground. The main skeleton put in with the hake brush, a little bit of brushwork here and there to mix some of the little finer twigs on the end, and then a bit of dry brushwork, just putting in various shades of green throughout. So that's another view of Sutton Park for you. Simple watercolour landscape. Hope you like that. Thanks for watching. keep practicing, and I'll see you again soon.